up? It's your favorite girl, Sia Amon, and I'm rocking with DJ Malone.
Yeah, they. It's the one and only DJ Malone. How you guys doing, man? Chicago 77.3, the best place to be at on any day, really. I'm doing great today. Mondays I usually don't like. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really don't like Mondays, but today is a good day because I get to talk to my girl, man. We had her on Side Town of Radio, and she just been doing great things. I love people, not just fellas, but anybody. Her creativity is like up there. Like I'm talking about if we're on the scale of 10 to 10, she's at 100 right now. So go introduce yourself real quick to the people and let the people know who you is.
What's up, Chicago? It's your favorite girl, Sia Amon, singer-songwriter, entrepreneur. And yeah, happy Monday. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday,
Glad to
man.
be here.
How you been? How you been doing, man? How's everything? How's life?
Life is good. Life is going. I've been good. I've been really blessed. I took about like a 7 month, 6.5, 7 month hiatus from music and work in general. I don't even want to just say music, but just to clear my mind, relocate. I just needed to kind of just like take time to figure out what's happening with
Right.
me personally, outside of trying to have a certain level of success or do something. It's like, aside from everything that's going on in the world, obviously,
Right.
it's already so much crazy stuff happening right now. um, I just really needed to just like rethink everything. Like, am I
Yeah.
still in love with this? Am I still doing what my heart desires? Like, I just needed a break. So I took that break, and so many amazing things have manifested since then.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm super excited. I'm just super excited about just what's to come.
And I think as not just with artists, but I guess with anybody, I think we have to get to a point where okay, well, we're in this space and you don't want to get confined in one space for too long. So it's okay sometimes to go back, recharge the batteries, and maybe even have a different appreciation or a different perspective.
And see, I had to learn that. I wasn't okay at first. And that was a part of the process, as well as learning how to be okay with taking a break and just being okay with, like, let me sit down for a second. I don't have to be on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10 every single day, all day for years and years and years. It's like, you don't want to burn out creatively either,
Yeah, yeah,
And it's important to me to just keep creating music that is genuine and from my heart, and that other people can really connect to. And I just felt like at a point, like, I didn't have anything to talk about that was worth people appreciating, I guess,
mm,
So yeah, it's been a learning journey, a healing journey. I don't think it ever ends. I think we're going to be healing and going through stuff for the rest of our journeys here. So I understand it's a process, and I'm just accepting it all, and I'm just here for what God has in store for me.
that's real. That's what's up.
Mhm.
So now I know we talked about you getting back into the studio, getting back into the creative space. Um, but I wanted to let the people also know what you have did is the Be There joint. You did the Knock in the Boots.
Mhm.
I really went back and listened to your stuff, and that flower joint and that puff puff pass. I really thought the those videos they brought that music to life and everything. And you're so creative. So where do you get those creative juices from that like, hey, I want to use this as a treatment for a video? How does that come about?
Honestly, everything really comes to me like in dreams. Like, I'm super spiritual, and I practice every day just being connected and in alignment with my higher self and just what God has in store. So many times I think we try to have all the control, and it's like, I don't have control. It's not me, It's so much bigger than me. And so a lot of the times I'll have a dream, and I'm like, oh, that's what I should do. Like,
Mm,
I'll see it crystal clear in my head. So I get a lot of my inspiration from that. And then just life too, like just life in general. Like you mentioned Puff Puff Pass, that is a very personal song that I wrote when I was just like really at a low point. I was going through so much, you know, and I really wanted the video to kind of convey that. And it's like, well, maybe I could just like, you can show me just having the meltdown, you know, because that's really what the place I was in. And then it's like, I could talk to a therapist. And then at the end, you know, I'm talking about smoking weed, the therapist get high with me and we just like, you know, and then other videos like Be There, I thought I wanted to really focus on the song more so than like the video and me. So I was just like, oh, maybe we could just like black it out and it's literally just me singing the song, nothing else. So then that way people are really listening to the lyrics. So yeah, that's
I think it's real dope that you understand how to convey the audience. And like I said, I haven't seen you live or anything, but whenever you watch your videos, it's whatever video, like I can tell, like the Be There joint, it sinks you in, you know what I'm saying? And it gets you to a point where, okay, I want to listen, versus to the Puff Up Pass one. I like the fact that it kind of sets up the story. You get what I'm saying? And you're understanding what that you know, as the artist is going through.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm happy to hear that because that's always the goal as an artist, is for the listener to receive the message, you know? So I think that's super dope that that you get that. I love that.
I like, I'm because I'm a creative kind of crazy guy myself. So I be thinking about different stuff. Like I've shot like different instead of doing twerking video, because I do like some videography and stuff like that. So I did a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids type of deal, but with a girl and a boy. And basically it was a metaphor of like the guy was so tiny and the girl was so tall, meaning that in she felt like belittled on how she was treating, how she was being treated or whatever. And I just wanted to do that metaphor, and it came out really dope. So I'm gonna have to show you that, man. But it was it's I like you. I like how people are creative and they understand it's okay to do different things.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm still coming into myself as an artist, so I look forward to just whatever other things come out as well too, because it's so exciting, you know. And I'm the type of creative that likes to like create on the spot. Like I'm not like, me and my videographer was actually going through this the last time we were together. I'm like, let's just shoot the video now. Let's just start recording. And she's like, no, we need a plan. We need a treatment. We need, you know, and I'm like, no, we don't. Let's just do it now while I'm in the moment. And I understand now that not everybody creates like that. You know, not everybody can get the job done that way. But for me, I'm all about the magic and letting the magic happen and letting God just flow through me, whatever. You know, I love to see, it's like writing songs. You start out with nothing, and then by the end of the session, you have a whole song. You know, it's literally like magic. So I love the whole process. I really, really do. So I'm excited. You know, I really needed my break because I wanted to have this feeling of like missing it and wanting to just like super dive in again. So I'm excited.
So now you're coming into the space, and production wise, how has that been? You know what I'm saying? Like figuring out the type of sound, which song goes to which. How's the production been for you?
You mean since I've got back in the studio?
Yeah, since you came back.
Honestly, I've been recording songs in styles that I don't normally don't normally record. I don't want to say a specific genre and then people think or expect like, oh, she's going to put out a pop album or, you know, like, so I don't want to say like any specific genre, but I've been recording music that's taking me out of my comfort zone. Like I'm so laid back, I'm so chill. I love guitar tracks. I love the super R&B vibes, you know? And so I've been like, let me try something different. Like, how can we elevate and take Sia to the next level musically? So there's no set direction yet. I'm literally just like getting back and having fun and just getting songs out. And then we'll kind of go from there on.
I think sometimes that's the best thing. It's just throwing something and just
Yeah,
free falling basically, and just
yeah.
hey, whatever happens, it happens, and beautiful things can come out of that, man.
I've learned that the most beautiful things come from that, because whenever, that's actually what made me feel like I needed to take a break, was because I couldn't even be in the studio without thinking about like, oh my gosh, is this going to be good enough? What artist is going to cut this? Is this going to be
Mm,
on the charts? Am I going to top 10? Like, it just consumed my brain. And it's like, before I could even get the song written, before the song could even come out, I'm so overly concerned with the outcome, opposed to just creating and letting whatever happen happen. So I'm happy that to not be in that space. I don't want to be in that space anymore.
that's very interesting because I could see that because a lot of artists, I when I talk to them, especially people who are the artists that I talk to that are in that space, like they're moving up, they're going to a higher plateau. It comes with its own set of, I wouldn't say problems, but anxieties. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, oh, if I put this out, well, will my fan base like it? Am I compromising myself? You know what I'm saying? And it has like a ball of rust of like anxiety. And it's like, okay, hold on. I need to step
yeah,
back.
yeah. It's really crazy because when I first started, I just loved music. I just loved singing. It had nothing to do with being like a top 40 artist. Like, of course, those are things you dream of and that
Sure.
you want, but that's not why I was doing it. It was like, I just love this. Like, it was like my escape, like from real life and everything's like, how can I get to music? How can I do more things that keep me over here? And I don't know, you just, the way the music, as the years went on and as things progressed, everything became about numbers, and
Mm.
it's just
Yeah, the
turned into
politics of it.
the politics of it. It just turned into something that's completely opposite of the love. It really, really takes away the love you have, the genuine love. And especially as an independent artist, trying to compete in an industry, it's tough. It's really tough, but I think it's important to get back to that feeling of why I started and how I started, and just get
Right.
back to that place of not caring what people think, not caring about the numbers, not caring if I got 15,000 likes or 20,000, just, I don't care no more. Like, now I want to put music out again, just to put music out. And if you love it, you love it. If you don't, you don't. It's not about nothing else. I have my goals and things on bucket list that I want to accomplish. And so I'm just going to do what I got to do and
Hey,
work towards those things, and remove the unnecessary stress and pressure.
and that's what I love to hear, man. I love to hear that you're in this space where, hey, I just want to be me, and that's the only thing I can be, and I
Period.
love that, man. I really commend you for that because a lot it takes some people years to get to that point, and it in this industry it will take you there. It will
Yeah.
swallow you up and spit you out if you let it, man. So
I've lost so many people. I've lost so many people to drugs, to just mental breakdowns, to so many things because they couldn't handle it. And so for me, I'm just like, I refuse for that to be my story. Like, that can't be my story. I know that my purpose is just so much bigger than that. So let me focus. Let me remove myself and get to a place where I can do what I'm supposed to do. So
is there any possible collabs with anybody that you would like to work with?
so many people that I would love to work with. This time around, I always looked at it like I didn't want to use somebody else's name to kind of like get on. I'm just like, I'm an independent artist, and as beneficial as it is to have a feature or dope people to like kind of put that stamp,
Yeah.
I don't want that to ever be the reason. Same thing with my dad. For years, I never told a soul who my dad was because I wanted to make a name for myself. It's
Yeah.
like, I don't want to be in the room because I'm Steve Russell's daughter from
Right.
Truth. Like, I don't want that. I really, really want to create and build a name just on the strength of my talent and who I am, and people just loving me for me. So, um, I kind of try to stay away from the features, but it is something that I'm entertaining for this new project, is just collaborating more in general and taking so much extra thought off of it. It's like, let's just create music, let's just vibe, let's just, and so that's where I'm at as far as the features. So you guys probably will get some features on the upcoming projects.
You know what would be dope is maybe, and you don't have to do this, but maybe production wise get somebody on a feature, and that will help they introduce, maybe you get an artist as a feature, go for a producer first and then go to the artist.
Yeah, I'm definitely working with different producers right now for sure, because I'm trying to find the new sound and what's gonna drive me the most. So I'm trying to find my Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis right now.
I'm like, that. What's up?
Yeah.
Any other ventures you got coming up, or anything else you got?
Yeah. Actually, me and my dad did a short mini series that premiered on Amazon Prime. It's called Day Ones. It's a short film series. It's 8 episodes. It's about 2 young guys that are from the hood, selling drugs, robbing, doing whatever they can to survive. And then they want to get out of the game. So they get into music, and you just see the struggles of these 2 young boys. So I co-directed that with my dad. That was like super huge, super exciting. Again, it is on Amazon Prime, so you guys can go watch it. It's called Day Ones. And then we have the Troop. There's a Troop I don't know if it's a documentary or I guess docu-series. It's 5 episodes. Okay. It's called Tales of a Boy Band. I helped produce on that. So it's Tales of a Boy Band it's the story of Troop, and you have the perspective of what happened and the story of Troop from each group member.
That'd be dope.
So it's pretty, yeah, it's so exciting. It's pretty dope. That is gonna premiere on Tubi.
Okay.
That's coming out on Tubi, I think second quarter. So any day now, any moment, that'll be coming out as well. And Day Ones is gonna be on Tubi. So I've been like dabbling in production and film and being creative in that area a lot. I'm super excited about that.
I could see you doing that though. I could see that, like, you going into it, because just from your cadence on the video wise and your treatments and everything, I could see that. You know what I'm saying? I could see you co-producing, co-directing. I would even say go as far as I don't know if you edit or not, but I think it's somewhere in that lane. I think that'd be dope.
Yeah, I actually do. I've edited a lot of my own videos, and when you're an independent artist, that's one thing. When you're an independent artist, you have to know as much as possible. And even to just understand what it takes to be an artist, it's good to know how to do certain things. And I learned that pretty early on. And it was just like, if I don't have the money to pay somebody to shoot all my videos, then I got to shoot my videos. So let me buy a camera. Let me get my brother to stand right here, stand here, and I'm gonna dance, I'm gonna do this. And then I had to download the programs. The first video that I directed and edited was actually my flowers video.
Okay.
I at the time curated a music and marijuana music festival. Okay. I had like a bunch of vendors and a really amazing lineup of performers, and I wanted to premiere the video there. Okay. But the director that I reached out to told me there was no way that the video would be ready in time. And I'm just like, I can't accept that. I just can't take no for an answer. So I took matters into my own hands. I'm like, what program do people edit on? I downloaded the software, and then I had the video done. And that was the start, that jump started. And then from there, I did Private Reserve, and literally every video I've pretty much directed or co-directed.
Kudos to you, man. Kudos, man. Because that's kind of how I had to get into editing, because it wasn't necessarily that I had no other choice. It was like somebody messed up on my video.
Yeah.
And it's like, I tried to talk to him, and it's like, I can't really necessarily get mad at him because he's not in my head.
Right, he can't see what you see.
So I was like, well, can I get the footage? Now, that was a whole nother different thing, because dude wasn't trying to give me the footage and all that other stuff. And once I finally got it, I was like, boom, I'm gonna get on Final Cut.
Yeah.
And I've been working off of Final Cut since 2009,
Final Cut
2010.
is the best. Yeah.
And my editing skills have skyrocketed me to I'm doing stuff for like, you know, the news, you know what I'm saying? Like it's and it gives me a different avenue of revenue because editing is that comes with money. So a lot of times I'm on like Fiverr or something like that, and an edit job will come or somebody will hit
Yeah.
me and
Yeah.
they'll shoot the video and I'll just do the edit and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's really dope that you're an editor and everything like that, man. That's
Yeah.
dope.
It's fun. I am a creative through and through. I mean, from drawing to painting, being handy. I will put my desk, my bed, my everything together. I'm just I'm just one of those people that's so hands-on, and I believe if you want it done a certain kind of way, if you have to do it yourself, do it yourself.
Exactly.
If you can, of course, you want to get people who are great at what they do and you could delegate. But if you're not in a position to do that, you know, right away, especially as an independent artist, then yeah, you got to learn and do as much as you can to get it done.
With YouTube, do you think there'll ever be a spot where maybe we'll see more production or video production from you? Whether it's just small skits or you know just what maybe a vlog or anything like that.
Definitely working on doing more stuff to just be present in general. I recently did a contract with Twitch, a contract with Twitch that has brought me out of my shell. Like people don't know because I am a singer and I'm a performer. They think like that I'm just so just like confident and you know, but I'm actually like extremely shy and complete. I'm like so reserved and like to myself and quiet. And working with Twitch has really made me just come out of that. I'm just like doing more videos, singing videos. I'm in the process of, this is another project I'm doing right now. I don't have any dates or anything for this, but I'm renovating my first rental property with my mom, me and my mom, and we've been documenting the whole process. So I'm trying to decide if we're going to turn that into a series, like a mini series, like, you know, the other ones we've been doing, or if I'm going to do something like vlogs on YouTube or, you know, so people could just see a different side and just get to know me on a more personal level. I'm definitely more TV kind of stuff for sure, for sure.
I think because you do have a great story to tell, man, and I think a lot of people would love to see more, man. Definitely of you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I have so much more to share and to give. So I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm happy that I took my break because now I feel recharged. Like I feel like I have the energy to give now instead of feeling so depleted and you know.
Yeah, man. Because once it starts feeling like, because this is what we love to do. Once it starts feeling like a job, it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying?
And the music industry is one of the worst. I mean, if you depended on that just for money, then good luck. Good luck, okay?
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
I don't spend thousands upon thousands of dollars into this stuff, man.
It takes more money in the music industry to make it than it just being like a come up, you know?
Real.
So.
Real. They make it easy. They make it look easy with TikTok and everything now.
Yeah. Yeah, things are changing. Things are changing. But even then, I think about people's journey. Like I have an associate that I know, and one of her songs like really just blew up on TikTok. She's a really popular songwriter and been around for years. And she wrote so many huge songs, and it's crazy because you think because you write these big songs and you're in these rooms with all these people that your chances are just that much greater, you know? But you still just, it's all about timing and you still never know. But she blew up on TikTok. She has a song that blew up and it's like #1 R&B song in the country. It's just like a huge, you know? Yeah. And people think that it's like an overnight thing, but she's been on this journey for 2 decades. You know, so it's just about timing and just not giving up and just believing in yourself and just taking advantage of these platforms because we do have them to our advantage now. So that's what I'm getting to that point where I'm like, okay, let me not just be like just an Instagram or just, you know, like let me take advantage of what's in front of me because you never know where or when it's gonna like take off or happen, you know?
Yeah, because my my daughter, she be telling me, well, you should put your blends or your transitions on TikTok because
Mhm.
people make dances and all this other stuff, and I'm like, but I don't know anything about it. It's like in my head,
Yeah,
it's like, oh, it's another avenue I gotta promote on. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
it's like people like, no, just focus in on. You don't have to be on everything at one time.
no.
Balance it out.
Yep, focus in on one. And that happened. So I took all the, you know, Instagram was having this crazy thing going on with the algorithm. And I was getting like 12 views on my
Yeah.
stories. It was like crazy. And I'm like, how do I have all these followers and I only got 12 views? So I took a break. I took like a month off of Instagram. And then I was like, oh, now I can like take advantage of Twitter
Yeah.
and like tap into that. Let me just see, you know, I have a lot of followers on Twitter. So I started on Twitter. Then from there, I'm just like, okay, now let me see what TikTok is talking about. Let me
Yeah.
learn how to, you know, so it is about balance for sure. And not just dedicating all your time, spending all your time just on one thing.
And this been a real pleasure talking to you, man. Let
Oh,
me ask you this before we end the interview. How important is ownership to you?
ooh, ownership is everything. I mean, what do you have without the ownership? You know, and then I could get so deep into this, but let me try to just stay on the music tip. There's somebody right now. Her name is Tiffany. She's a songwriter, and she's like going to bat for songwriters right now in the music industry. She started this platform called 100 Percenters to just bring awareness to the fact that like songwriters are not getting treated fairly. You know, like we're not getting compensated, we're not getting paid fairly, we're not getting treated. They don't want to give us ownership of the songs. They don't want to, you know, Spotify pays a third of a penny. So it's like if we don't even own the song and I'm only getting paid a third a penny, how are we living off of that? You know, like how can you survive and make a living and you're writing all these songs and you're the one contributing to the songs that people hear on the commercials and the, you know, like
Yeah.
songwriters are so important, you know. And we're treated the worst in the music industry. So ownership is everything. That's something that we have to fight for because people will take it and you'll still be starting over and feel like, yo, I've been doing this for 10 years and I have nothing to show for it, you know, or just ownership is everything. Ownership is everything. And I think everybody should do whatever they can to make sure that they own their masters or even, you know, if they have points or percentages like that,
Yeah.
they're involved in the ownership some way or another. It's so
Yeah.
important. It's everything.
I think, man, is that and just even like I tell artists, like it mind boggles me that people don't grab their sessions, even just from the engineer or the producer or whatever, they
Well,
don't grab their sessions.
you know, when you do sessions for record labels, you don't get the sessions. You don't even get a bounce of the song.
Oh wow.
It's you barely even get a bounce of the song. And I've been in the studio for 12 hours. You know, you spend 12-hour days and unless you have a relationship with that engineer and you're like, hey, send me the record on the low, then you're not even getting a copy. It's like we have to sneak and voice record just so we could have proof later, like, no, I was a part of that record.
That's
It's
crazy.
really something. It's really something. And all of that played a part in why it was so important for me to take a step back.
Oh man. See, I
Mhm.
see that I didn't even know that. I see. I knew that if the of course if the record company they get that's your stuff, but I didn't know that they go as deep as they're not even giving you the
You
sessions, not the bounce
get
files,
about
nothing.
a song. You can't even listen to it and I understand to an extent why, because they don't want you to play it for anybody else. They don't want you to shop it to other artists, so I understand to a point, but I wrote the song. It's my song.
Exactly.
So it's interesting. Ownership is everything. We have to make sure that we are owning our masters and our music.
Yeah.
The only way you get paid.
With all that being said, bro, kudos to you. Keep on striving.
Thank
Keep
you.
on doing and being the best possible version of yourself, man. So I do appreciate you being on the call. Where can the people find you?
You can find me everywhere on every platform at Sia Amon, SIAAMUN. Did launch, I totally forgot to mention this, but I did launch my baby, my brand, Your Favorite Girl. I have a lip gloss and streetwear line called Your Favorite Girl.
Okay.
You can also go and check that out at Favorite Girl, FVRTGRL.com. Your Favorite Girl on Instagram, and then Sia Amon on everything: SoundCloud, Apple Music, iTunes, everywhere. All social media platforms is at Sia Amon. If you want to access everything in one place, you can go to siaamon.com.
Dope. And see, I love that you have a website.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I still tell people the power of a website still works. It's like that's yours. And it's like I don't understand like when YouTubers they get so higher, and I get it from a standpoint, YouTube paying money. But ownership wise, why wouldn't you go for your site? It's so easy to make a Patreon, a membership on your site. So I don't understand why don't you want to do that? Why would you go and let somebody tell you, well, this is how you're gonna get paid?
Yeah.
So
no, not me.
definitely, man. Before you go, if you can, I love my drops. If you can, all I just need you to do is say your name, and I'm rocking with DJ Malone.